What are the long-term consequences to countries like the United States if they do not correct their spatial enclaves?
Yeah, so I think everyone is concerned about rising inequality. My analysis suggests it's not the amount of inequality that matters. It's not the Gini coefficient that we should be concerned about, at least from a political standpoint. The reason we're seeing so much polarization isn't just because the haves are getting wealthier and the have-nots getting poorer. It's that as the United States globalizes, in fact, as all countries, or most countries, globalize, the haves tend to move or locate in certain parts of the country and the have-nots in others. And so it's not the amount of inequality that creates polarization, it's where the two sides, the inequality winners and the inequality losers live, and where they live politically, where they live, whether they're in separate districts, whether they reside in the same district.
How does globalization increase regional divides?
So the thing about trade, and not just trade, capital mobility, economic openness, it's a package deal. It would be nice to think that everyone's going to all live together, the rich and poor side by side, which I think if they all lived in these big swinging districts together, things would work out well. But as countries globalize, what tends to happen is the wealthier members of society cluster in certain parts of the country or in certain cities, and less well off in others. And there are theoretical reasons for this, and there's a lot of empirical evidence to support it. I wish it weren't that way, but it comes with the territory in societies that are opening to international markets, and partly for that reason becoming more prosperous. So I think these spatial enclaves are going to be with us for a long time unless we reject globalization and roll things back, which I'm not in favor of.
Last question.
Sure.
If the idea behind large districts is for Group A to co-opt Group B's plans and vice versa, won't the result be watered down politics, such that so many are dissatisfied with those politics that it leaves an opening for a party that is something new?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the logic of the argument, what I'm looking for are, what I'm emphasizing are these centrist pressures. In political science, we call it the median voter theorem. I want to see politicians move to the median and away from the extremes, because if they move to the extremes, it's hard for a country to function, and in some cases, it's hard for a country to stay together. So I like to see politicians like No Drama Obama putting a lid on America's polarized electorate and bringing people together.